You're such an asshole.
Reen got me again. Sorry for the delay. Normally I go live right away, but I ended up having a Brave date with the GF, and then I played video games to do a further review of Borderlands 4. I'm like, oh shit, I set that up. So now I'm gonna do this before I run more errands. And Reen got me again. And I don't think his intention was that, because his email is good natured and somewhat of an honest question. But god damn it, man. I I undercharged you again because I had to listen to Shoeonhead, which I don't do. I can't even remember one video. I have in the past, like one or two, and I'll be honest about my viewpoints on Shoeonhead. I have absolutely no respect for her, but I don't hate her, if that makes any sense. And because she's good looking and got behind her looks. That's it. Talked about it before. There are other he. Oh my god, she's not that dumb. There's a brain in there, but I will not. It's a genuine form of bigotry. I'll admit that. People in I'm bigoted against two people, Wyomingites, okay, because I live there, and then very, very attractive women. Where I'm like, no, you are playing life on easy mode, and that's sad. You're right. It's not fair. You could have some great insight analysis, but I fucking doubt that you're William F. Buckley Jr. And I listened to this because you paid me, Reen. I'm like, oh yeah, she ain't William F. fucking Buckley Jr. And so to analyze this request of this video, we're going to be using Die Hard a lot because it's welcome to the party, pal. Where the fuck have you been? Oh, I know, in fucking Normieville. So let's read Jake's request. This did traumatize people. He's referring to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This did traumatize some people. She points out a few interesting things, like a lot of women were celebrating it. It's crazy how this has really opened some people's eyes. Happy to pay for a video on this. I just think it's a good representation of people. I'm going to agree with you, Reen. I don't know how people haven't seen it, this coming. I don't know where they've been with their heads stuck in the sand. But they are. And I'm reminded, I think Shoeonhead is a good representation of the sane, well-intended Democrat, like you were all programmed to be by your teachers and media and society. And now, I don't know what, and Reen, you're right. I don't know what now. Was it the guy stabbing the white girl on the subway? Was it the Minneapolitans burning their buildings down? That was a rainbow coalition, and people, oh, it was all black people. No, it wasn't. Look at Minneapolis. Did you not see what your teachers were telling you? Did you not? Did the millennial generation not exist? The biggest sociological experiment in the history of the world, where Democrats got their guinea pig playthings. They got clones, and that's the result. Did you not see major metros turning into leftist shitholes? Did you not see the adult Democrats shitting in the street? Did you not see them legalize crime? Did you not just see the news now? Hennepin County, Minneapolis is located in Hennepin County, largest county population-wise in Minnesota, where they're not going to prosecute people on traffic stops if they have felony warrants. Where? Now. Very similar with equal normies. The normie conformies was the Bud Light thing. How many dopey fat white guys with another man's name on his jersey? What? It was Bud Light? It was Dylan Mulvaney that was the spark that set off the explosion? It is. It's like you're John McClane in the Nakatomi Plaza. There's gunshots. You try and order. What does it sound like, lady? I'm trying to order a fucking pizza. Here comes Sergeant Powell, Slowpoke Rodriguez. You got to throw a fucking terrorist window out of the body. You got to throw a terrorist body out of the fucking window, have it land on the cop car, and now they're waking up. We cannot operate at the speed of normies if you expect society to succeed and head off these. To me, I saw it coming miles. You don't believe me? I'll link to it below. I forgot, it just dawned on me. I think I was 30 at time. We're talking 20 fucking years ago. I did a presentation, a series called Crusaderism. Look up Crusaderism, Aaron Clay. I think there's 6 parts. I explained all this shit 20 fucking years ago. I uploaded on YouTube maybe 15. I've only had a YouTube channel, but I did the video recording quite some time ago. You could see a young, handsome, happier Cappy. But yeah, man, it fascinates me how slow, naive, slow on the uptake, and ultimate for them to get it, to see what's going on. And then what is the snowflake that causes the avalanche? Like, oh, this was what about all the other murders and the riots and all that? Well, what about, just hear me out on this. Just see if we can. What about philosophically the concept of free shit for everybody? Doesn't that just sound, shouldn't that seem flawed right on the basis of it? Housing prices could go, the number of lives, housing prices can only go up to the moon, price to sales. Well, we don't have any earnings, but we expect to be profitable in 15 years. Any degree is a good degree. Like, weh, really? So, yeah, Reen, I have no idea why it takes people, normal people, so slow to get hip to the jive. Shoeonhead is a normie. And this shit, I could have told you was happening 20 years ago. And now, hey, you know, there might be some radical elements in the Democrat Party and on the left. No fucking shit, lady. Does it sound like we're ordering a pizza? It's actually, you know what it is? Going back to the Die Hard analogy, it's Hans Gruber talking to Ellis. And he comes up there, yeah, I see you guys are professional motivated. You mean you want something? And and Hans Gruber says, amazing, you figures this all out already. Fuck, man. It's like I'm hiking. I'm looking at people behind me. I'm like, look, we are making it to the top of this hill and back before the sun goes down. Do you mind going a little bit fucking faster, please? So this is a mental, philosophical, wake the fuck up type of moment. So you can go watch the video. It's all correct. It's all right. Fucking crying, gets choked up a little bit. I'm like, there's no cry. You crying? There's no crying in baseball. What are you crying for? This is my team. These are my fellow citizens. This is how good and educated civic citizens they are. No, tell me again how we're going to make economic gold from lead with alchemy this time, with free shit for everyone. No, tell me again. And tell me how I'm a fascist if I don't believe this. So, rightfully so, among many other people, I think Shoeonhead, and Reen is right, is kind of shocked at the behavior of people who were ostensibly on her political side. She's shocked by the volume. She also made the observation, as Reed pointed out, there was 80-20 women, men. Rightfully so, you should be afraid because these are feral adult children that have been raised. I'm going to get to that later. And you cannot have a country, or at least a fun one, if we don't have the freedom of speech. I don't know if you remember Donald Trump getting kicked off of Twitter, or everyone trying to get debanked, and it's all coming from the left because they're the real fascists. Did you see that happening? No. Oh my God, Charlie Kirk, that's the snowflake. Oh, all right. So she's obviously torn up about it. And she talks about how in her life, despite being on the left, because she was a Bernie supporter, and thank God she listed all the things that she's been critiqued about, because I'm like, oh, okay, you were a Democrat or a leftist or a socialist or whatever. Because why? Because you're a normie, because you were told to be, because it was popular thing, and currently do popular thing. OMG, can't believe Orange Man bad. And now she's starting to find out that some people, a fair amount actually, on the lefter leaning side are not these well-intended Democrats, which I think she kind of falls into, and a lot of other people do, where they want wages. And well, she wanted UBI and Bernie Sanders. Fuck, man. Hey, while we're at it, let's just have car engines without oil. Huh? while we're in the world of delusional fucked in the head bullshit, why not we just come up with we can eat ice cream all we want and not get fat? Jesus Christ. And now the reality of just what a common and vicious enemy we have in the form of these people who are happy and wish murder upon people who exercise the free speech. Now you're starting to realize who the bad guys are, which I've been yelling at the top of the mountains for fucking decades. The Bell distribution curve of intelligence. I'm way the fuck over here, and here we go. Hey, wait a second. Those people are evil. What, really? No kidding. Was it the pro murder, or did you also realize they're psychotic because they thought big was beautiful? What? Tell me, Sherlock Holmes. Tell me so that we might find this shit out like as soon and early as possible when GDP debt to GDP is 150%. Yeah, thank God. Thank God we're only at stage 3 fucking cancer and you woke the fuck up. No, maybe no, go get a master's degree and follow your heart and money will follow. Just keep on. Go buy another fucking SUV and a house in the suburbs and redo the kitchen, get a third one. Keep going. Keep going. And call me a fascist because I'm the one that says maybe we ought to have a balanced budget amendment. Maybe fat chicks ain't hot. And maybe you don't need fucking shit to have purpose and meaning in life. Maybe you should have love. It's just me. Tell me more about UBI. That's why I'm in a bed. He has no, he didn't intend it. I'm just listening. I'm like, fucking goddamn hell. Is everyone this stupid? Is everyone this slow? So she's lamenting, rightfully so, and shocked at the appalling evil behavior of some people within the Democrat Party. And I tried listening, and I don't know what her conclusion was. I listened to like 92% of it. I couldn't listen to it anymore. I don't need to be told what I was saying back when I was fucking 24, over half my life ago. And yeah, I don't traumatize. Yeah, I think a lot of young or not young, I think a lot of normal, well-intended Democrat people are starting to realize the monster it created. So, eh, and that's what it is. That's what it is. I better start voting Republican. You better start voting balanced budget. You better start defending free, right? You Democrats started this with, well, let's not have free speech for people who I disagree with. Now all of a sudden they're for the freedom of speech. No, fuck you. I am pro free speech, but now it's like, no, I think you should be denied. I think you should be fired. I think you need to do what others did to you so that maybe you learn, and then we could come back to the table and say, yeah, remember that 20-year period with 10 years conservatives couldn't say what they wanted to say without getting fired, and then the 10 years after the Democrats or the leftists couldn't say what they want to be fired. Yeah, do we agree we don't like that? All right, cool. Can we agree that we have the freedom of speech? Will not bother you. We won't that you don't dox us, that kind of right? But sure we don't know. So anyway, um, yes, I'm sorry, Democrat, good intended Democrats. You've been hoodwinked. The evidence was there for so fucking long. I don't know how, I mean, starting at 5 years old. Didn't you notice the teachers are kind of biased and fucked in the head? Any question, why do I have to go to school for 13 fucking years, lose all my childhood, and not learn a fucking thing after 13 years that would give me a job? Did you notice how 98% of academians and professors are fucking leftists? Did it dawn on you to think, wait, free shit? Why didn't someone come up with this idea? But when? And then did you not realize how they made scapegoats? It's white males. It's males. It's the patriarchy. It's Trump. It's the Republicans in the Senate. It's the Jews. It's the environment. It's the rich. It's the billionaires. It's the 1%. And meanwhile, everyone's a fat, lazy piece of shit, not working, majoring in bullshit, doing pot, doing drugs, doing Adderall, claiming they're this disorder or that disorder, claiming they're gay when they're not, all to get fucking attention. And you thought you thought this was feasible. Fuck me with a cactus sideways, god damn it. So, if you want, you can go and watch my series on Crusaderism, which is much better put together. And I think will answer why a lot of you Democrats are shocked at what some of the other Democrats think and do and champion and cheer. So I'm going to explain it. I know you didn't ask for this, Reen, but I'm going to try and explain to her. Maybe Shoeonhead. I'm going to try to explain it to Normieville what fucking happened. And I got to think. If humans are not forced to go through hardship, they remain petulant little children like Pierre LeFou, and at best, at best, if you raise them not to suffer and endure hardship, they become pampered, soft human beings who treat their body and mind with diversions. Okay? Before we go on to what those diversions are, let's talk about the hardship. Unless you came from a privileged few, every human being had something in common. And that was we all needed to struggle to survive. You had to be a self supporting adult. Food, clothing, shelter, not just for you, but any children you brought in. It was hard. What it did, though, is it was a galvanizing process. You took low grade raw iron materials, you sent it through a galvanizing process, the hottest of furnaces with the most best of carbon in it. And at the end of it, you became a self supporting adult, a respectable, responsible, non criminal member of society, a contributing member of society. But you don't go from a child to Ward fucking Cleaver without that hardship. Now, what we did, because the road to fucking hell, which we're in now, is paved with good intentions. Also, buoyed, made possible by significant advances in technology. It got easier and easier to survive, right? Still there was a galvanizing process, right? This is why I like Atham so much. He had a hard childhood, and out came a very interesting, accomplished, a truly strong man. I don't mean physically strong. I mean a strong mind, a strong willpower, a strong work ethic. Nothing will deter him. And he's way more fucking interesting than you, Shoe. Holy shit, look, a normie hey, is it disco? Look who discovered disco in 2025. Look at this. This is why veterans who went to war are way more interesting than the writers of all the girl boss horse shit, because they never struggled. They never had to work. They wrote girl boss horse shit because they had mom and dad pay for everything. Their food, clothing, and shelter was taken care of. They're boring, ungalvanized, borderline worthless fucking people. You understand me so far? All they know how to do is consume resources. They never had to work for it. They are the worst thing a human being can be: boring. So, whatever it was, if you had to go and fight society, you had to tame nature, and not only tame it, carve a living out of it. You became a strong man, a strong woman, an actual independent person. Well, with advances in technology and with democracy, voting in free shit, UBI, Bernie Sanders voting normie, especially with the welfare state that started in 1965, the vast majority of young people, starting probably, one could argue, late boomers or young boomers, Gen Xers, We've had it on easy mode. There are fewer and fewer people who are galvanized and have to go through it because some fucking dumb shit liberal white woman with a clipboard is a social worker. Can I give you other people's money? You need other people. Here's some food. You need some more food. I know poor people are super fat, but we're just gonna, here's some food. And you've stunted their growth. You've denied them that galvanizing process. You've made them forever be pig iron, low grade material. They will never ever fucking grow into a responsible adult human being. Now, this is where two groups form. And now we enter in what? The public schools, which is controlled by who? The fucking Democrats, you dumbasses. And the two unrefined, low grade, piss shit quality iron material that is never going to be galvanized into steel turns into one of two things. They either become indulgent type of people, right, who just treat their brain with drugs and chemicals and novelties and whatever. Video games, Adderall, drugs, alcohol, whatever else. EBT cards, right? This is why, ironically, the poor people, not always, of course, poor people are fat because their excitement in life is fucking eating food. And here, my God, here's some more of hardworking people's money. I popular normie conforming. I want to be popular, and people like me for voting to enslave other people to give poor people food that they don't work for. Because it's popular. And if you disagree with me, you're a fascist. So, and you keep them alive. You keep them alive with Section 8 and free food and free housing and Goodwill, although I shop at Goodwill all the time. It doesn't take that much to just live without working jack shit, especially if you don't have kids. All right? And you know what? They collect their welfare. They sit on the patio. They play their video games. They do their drugs. You know, potheads tend not to commit crime. People staying at home playing video games, right? They're not out there working more taxes so you can vote to take their money to feel good about yourself, to go pay for other people who's not responsible for themselves. I know it's a drawback. But you know what? They're kind of there doing their thing. But then the Democrats get a hold of them in the public schools. And then they play to another factor that we don't consider. That's called envy. Human fucking envy. And the Democrats are all about like, you just can't sit there and collect welfare and be a pothead, right? That's not good enough. No, what the Democrats got to tell you what to do, because a lot of humans just can't. Some can. One camp doesn't have to have purpose, meaning, and agency in life. They're like, oh man, I'm just going to play my video games and jerk off to the Nebraska and claim whatever. The others, no. Ego and envy. The other half of human beings need to have some kind of purpose and agency. But what rules them all above all else is that they're lazy. That's human nature. And now that you've paid for the food, clothing, and shelter, they just can't fucking sit there. They got to have a purpose and meaning in life. Go watch my series on crusaderism. Are you going to work hard then? Are you going to major in engineering? Are you going to build a factory? What are you going to do? You're going to fix boats? You're going to become a cop? What are you going to do? Well, that takes too much work. But then there's this thing called the destruction principle. It's easier to destroy something than it is to build something up that's good. So the lazy sack of shits that you all raised, they got to say, well, I have purpose. I need something to do. Well, you're going to work hard, become a parent? What are you going to do? No. What we're going to do is take our institutions that were productive and made everything that we were great and allows us to have things like welfare, and we're going to villainize them. Ooh, rich people bad. Ooh, patriarchy bad. Ooh, look how ooh, it's all white. Ooh, it's bad. Oh my God, the founding fathers bad. Oh my God, the environment. And only we, Jessica and Jason Christ from the suburbs, will save the world. Donate money. And by the way, not only are we going to save the world, now you got an enemy, especially if you're poor. And you know who's your enemy? Anyone who's got it better than you. have many young black men in my audience, right, guys? You dare whatever, leave the ghetto, you leave the trailer park, you go join the military, you get industrial, you get whatever, some kind of career, you get a degree in accounting. What happens? You think about me? Think about me? Think about me? Although that's not strictly relegated to the black community, of course. Remember the 1%? Hey, I got an idea. How about the 99% get off their ass? How about that? Although now that we have inflation and corporations outsourcing jobs, I kind of lend myself a little bit more to the labor party of the side of the, it's like, well, if you're not going to pay a living wage, then why the fuck are you here, corpos? It's a different discussion. But see, now they got an enemy. You got white males as an enemy. You got the rich as an enemy. You got Western civilization as an enemy. You got the patriarchy as an enemy. Also, that you people, it's not enough you collect welfare and not have to work. Nope. You got to have a fucking mission in life. You got a God complex. You got to go save the world. And so if someone starts spewing shit about like, hey, maybe you ought to work for a living and not be a parasite, fascist. Now we go kill you. Like, look at Antifa. I don't think there's a lot of engineers in Antifa. I don't think there's a lot of CPAs or whatever else, other kind of industrious type of people. It's just adult children you kept alive this long, which would have been fine if you placated them with the drugs and the booze. But no, Democrat teachers and Democrat fucking professors had to tell you people that you got a purpose and agency in life, and that's to save the fucking world from those evil motherfuckers over there. Aren't they the ones that kind of built society and made it what it is today for the shut the fuck up, fascist? And then you dumb shits. You believe you keep pulling the D lever on voting. Oh my God, free shit, and they care about the people. Shitting, free shit, and they care about the people. Shitting, I want to be popular. Shitting, oh my God. How these Frankenstein socialist terrorist monsters who want to murder people, where'd they come from? I don't know. Did you stop thinking about whipping them up into an anti-American, anti-productive, anti-producer, jealous, envious, communist little piece of shit frenzy? And now, holy shit, where'd they come from? You fucking joking me. I know if there's ever an example of this, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. This is it. I know you want to help out people. All you did is deprive them from becoming grown-ass adults. And that would have been just fine if you gave them the welfare and the booze or whatever. Nope. You had to go and make it sound like they had purpose and reason in life to tear down the rest of society, by largely defined by anyone who's more successful than them, whether they inherited it or worked for it. You had to give them some kind of crusade to go on, that there's some kind of evil in the world. It's called productive people. It's called people who might disagree with you. Did you not see it? Did you not see all the victim groups forming? Oh my God, males, whites, straights, Christians, Jews, people who are wealthier than me, tall privilege. Well, I mean, in the dating world, that's kind of a real thing, but, and we need disability. Do you see all the people who fake being a sex and a gender that they're not, just to get attention and make money? Do you see Rachel Dolezal fake being black? Not to mention all these people insulting the, there's many people that enrage me. What pisses me off is the people who actually have a mental illness, right? I don't believe psychology is effective. I think it's largely a fraudulent field, but that doesn't mean there isn't such a thing as schizophrenia. That doesn't mean there isn't such a thing as depression. And there are people who actually suffer from these diseases. But you made it so fucking easy to everybody go in and say, I have a mental disorder too. Money, please. And if you able-bodied people, the fucking boomers talking about ageist. There's ageism. Fuck off. All of you get fucking jobs. And now, 3 generations, mine, millennials, and Zoomers, all follow your heart, money will follow. Anyone that disagrees with you is a Nazi. Oh my God, they got more than you. You should go kick his ass and stab his tires. Wow, that guy got shot. You're surprised. Have you ever, I don't know if this is a common thing in Normieville. Okay. I dated a very small handful of 9 and 10 women. Okay, which uh, interestingly enough, 2 did not come from wealth. But they were so good looking that hot crazy matrix is true, more or less. You know, you should get everyone a shot individually, obviously. Judge the individual, not what they are physically. But they were everyone wants to fuck them or be them. And just like giving people money and denying them the ability to go and galvanize and work and support themselves, also so that you understand, like Atham will never be late. You know why Atham will never be late? Because he knows how much his time is worth. He's like, oh my God, that guy had to go through the same thing. I better not waste his time. I better be on time. Hot chicks don't do, they never suffered. Everyone bails them out. They never galvanize. It's the analogy I always paint. You know, some Minnesota parents would totally do this. Our son is a soy boy weakling. We'd like him to go to the gym and get ripped. And every Democrat, every leftist, this is what you're doing to society. Instead of saying, yeah, you should go to the gym, you should go to trade school, you should work hard, you should study hard, they say, we need to come up with a program to hire people to lift the weights for them while they hold on to the bar doing a bench press. And then you're all shocked when you pay for everything. You don't make him actually work. You're surprised that the guy doesn't have muscles. Well, he's been going to the gym for 6 months. We even hired those people to lift the weights for him. Why isn't his arm strong? I don't know. You're preventing everybody from becoming responsible grown-ass adults. And again, the potheads, the cool, drunk, whatever, the sin they're collected, those aren't the ones you got to worry about the fucking egomaniacs the Democrats raise from kindergarten to college. And like I said, we don't have time to go the speed of normie. You all got to get way quicker here, man. Way quicker. I wrote a book called Enjoy the Decline. That's 13 years ago, man. The Crusaderism video predates that by at least 4. And for those of you who are like the besieged John McClane in this United States of America Nakatomi Plaza, and you're finally realizing these normies are waking the fuck up. I mean, it's frustrating. It's, oh God, I went running here, and this has nothing to do with, but just there's so many normies. Rapid City has 60, 70,000 people. It's not that big of a town. I don't live in Rapid City. I got to go north to get there, but that's where all the shit is. So I do a daily drive to Rapid City. It could be 1 in the afternoon, right? There's no real rush hour. You're going to run into traffic. You know why? Because there's a bunch of normies, bunch of old, slow, dumb people. South Dakota isn't old still. A lot of people come here to retire. And there are days where you're driving, it's a guarantee. You run an hour of errands, you're going to have someone that if you're not paying attention, you will get in an accident because Gertrude will just pull right out in front of you with her fucking Subaru. And I could get so much. I got an hour of errands. I could get it done in 30 minutes if it weren't for the slow pokes. I could. And guys, you know, this is, whether you like it or not, this is a constitutional republic, more generally called a democracy. I don't want the actually people in here. We're only as good as the combined quality and health of all the individual cells that make up this body politique. And if we got you normie conforming types just as Slowpoke Rodriguez, how long did y'all believe in free shit? How long? Dude, even black men are waking the fuck up after the 5th generation or 4th generation of living in poverty. And God bless every single one of you saying, I'm sick and tired of being poor. I'm waking the fuck up. Awesome. And they are. You know, look at Donovan Sharp, Fresh and Fit. I mean, these are popular colleagues of mine. We all kind of know them. But my audience, right? Wisda's in IT. a Shark Taz. What Shark? What do you? I know you got your video, but aren't you IT as well? Dre's a professional douchebag, but the best douchebag out there. They're moving. They're how they woke up. Why can't you fucking middle America? Well, you're for the little people. The Democrats are for the little. Oh my God, they're communists. If only they had implemented their ideal utopia in other places throughout history so we could find out if socialism works. Oh my God, it fucking doesn't. They kill more people in peacetime than the Nazis did war. Oh my God, if there was only a warning. And crying. Oh my God, my friends, I didn't know he did it. No fuck. What? 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 See, but here's the thing, man. We're that old distribution curve. Also linked below, in addition to my book called Enjoy the Decline, there's a link to my book called Curse of the High IQ. Every single one of you fuckers don't like my attitude. You're an arrogant fucker. You're smart. No, I actually am smart. Go get your IQ tested. See where you rank, assholes. This is what I hate people who are average intelligent. I don't begrudge dumb people. They're dumb. You know, they were born that way. No one hate someone who's mentally impaired. What pisses me off is you normie conformies with your solid 102 IQ on a good day, but because you're popular, you're good at conforming, you think you're smart. You confuse conformance with performance, obedience and popularity with intelligence. You wonder why your world goes to shit, or there's a housing bubble. You can't find a job with your fucking worthless liberal arts degree. But I did popular thinking. I got straight A's. It must be Donald Trump, and not that I majored in history that I'm poor. Let's burn buildings. I wrote a book. I don't speak to you normal people, okay? I don't. I talk to the people who got the intelligence, or at least the independent mindedness, to do something to improve their lives. And so I wrote a book called Curse of the High IQ. It's not for the normie conforming popular people with the sports jersey, oh, you got your fantasy football. It's not for you. Go watch your fucking television and maybe tune into Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, wait. Because you guys are like me. You got to deal with the slowpoke grandma driving 3 miles per hour in the left lane. We got to deal with a population that just now is waking up, maybe realizing the Democrats are actually the communist fucking party. And I am amazed at the Democrat Party. You guys they're brilliant. You marketed free shit and got away with murder. You got so much of other people's monies these past 3 generations by just promising free shit, and nobody saw it. Like, just now they're starting to realize some of the Frankenstein monsters you created. I'm amazed. Amazed. How'd you do? Is free shit really that addictive? Free shit, laziness, ego, and envy. That's your platform. Here's free shit. Here's purpose and meaning in life. Go get yourself a PhD in global studies. And now go work for the UN and bitch to the rest of the producers in the world about how they owe more money so you could go help out some fucking village in Pakistan. It's tiring. Fucking tiring. But that book is linked below for you guys. It's just like, yeah, man, you gotta understand. It's going to be a quarter fucking century before they wake up and smell the music. They are that delayed. They're that slow. I mean, look at the glacially slow pace. People are slowly not going to college. Men have dropped out at rates that are better than women. They're thrice or 4 times as fast. Ladies, you're slowly starting to realize college is bullshit, but it's like you're down 3%. If you normies, if I'm waiting for the generation that wakes up and says, yeah, fuck what the adults said, they don't know what they're talking about, especially the Democrat ones. But we're not going to college for bullshit anymore. I'm waiting for them to realize and just be independent mindset. No, I'm not going to college to get a bachelor's required, master's preferred for some cocksucking private equity corpo bro to give me not a living wage job. Well, I'm gonna vote Democrats so we get more immigrants in here, and then we outsource our jobs all because it's our responsibility to help the planet, not our own kind, not Americans. I want to be popular. We don't have time. The country will continue on. We got a military. There will be lines on the planet, right? Within this line here, this imaginary line will be the United States. It will still be there. The interstate will be there. But this country will never be as good as it once was. We will never see, on average, like 6% real GDP growth a year. You're never going to see that again. Yeah, I mean, it goes like this, but on average, you're not going to see increasing standards of living. You're not going to see great new advancing technology, except, maybe AI, where it just wipes out entire swaths of potential employees, and then still doesn't do a good enough job. Your lives, the country you live in is going to get worse and worse and worse. And because at the end of the day, you know what it boils down to? Because nobody fucking works and supports themselves. That's it. It's as simple as, why am I gaining weight? Because you eat too much and you don't work out as much. That's it. And until you Democrats, the well-intended ones, realize that, just like don't feed the wildlife. Until you realize that welfare is denying people from becoming full-grown adults, and then half of which become psychopath, ideologue, crusaders that will turn on the country because it's easier to get in a real job. Until you realize your good intentions is what is causing the problems, there is no reason for me to you see, you got it. No, I explained it. I fucking explained it. And a society that doesn't figure that out does not deserve to continue on. You will continue to have crime. You will continue to have welfare. You will continue to have a shrinking productive base, which means there will be fewer stuff. And to pay for the socialist fucking social programs, we're going to have to print off more money, which is going to cause inflation, which is then also going to increase your costs and lower everyone's standards of living, especially the poor, no matter how much fucking government money you get. And the fact I have to have this stupid conversation and this stupid fucking basic explanation that there's no such thing as a free lunch. We can't make gold out of lead and apply it to economics. You're a fascist. Oh, fuck it. Go be poor some more. I don't care. Go be poor. I got a long track record trying to help out minorities and women, close the wage gap, make as much money as possible. Hey, stop majoring in dumb shit. Hey, don't have kids you can't afford. You can have kids later, but some key basic things. And we've had tremendous success. We've had within our group, my audience. But man, you try to sell that to the normie conformies and fears. Somehow I'm a guy with a funny mustache that wants to murder people with funny hats. To which I say, cool. You got this, normie. Keep voting Democrat. Keep voting. Hey, maybe, hopefully someday the economy turns around. There was some dipshit who ran on hope and change. How'd that work out for all you that voted for that guy? Yeah, it's decade and change. A good sixth of your life is gone in that time. Did it improve? I wonder who's responsible for your life. Some smooth talking salesman in Congress or the presidency, or yourself? Let's go to the super chats. Cappy's favorite flag. What? What'd you do? I can't see what you photo. Dre, is this you? Did you change it? Cappy's so short he has a ladder to kiss his GF. Hambone, $5. Shoe is a chameleon, just like Anna Crispadian. Right, liberal, just trying to save their income. No, I don't think she would have gotten choked. Dude, you apply, sir. I'd go with you. You're giving them too much intelligence, crediting them with way too much intelligence. I'll show you an incredibly intelligent man who knows how to say what needs to be said to make a lot of money. Paul Krugman. I don't believe for a second Paul Krugman believes any of his shit, or most of his shit. I know he hates Republicans. Shoe and Anna Crispasian, standard millennial, like a joke. It's a fucking punchline. Oh my God, I got attacked. Now I'm Republican. Oh, really? You got attacked by criminals you voted for. Now you wake up. What about all that bullshit you spewed to younger generations to go vote for more free shit and let everybody in? Republicans are so evil. Am I right, kids? No, no, that they saw the Frankenstein monsters they had a hand in creating or suffered at it, and now they're scared. Oh my God, the criminals we let into the country are attacking us. Somebody, not me, do something. When are you going to apologize for the decades of propagandist wrong bullshit? I don't think they're trying to save their income. I think they finally realized life is not like they were told it was going to be in college and academia. Reen, thanks for putting me through this, Reen. $10. I'm so happy conservatives start giving as good as the left do with gaming. Right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, left. I really am. I do mean this for Democrats, people that I generally disagree with politically. You started this. And I think for a limited time, conservatives, right, whatever, they have the right to go and dox you. They have the right to go after your whatever, your income, your bank accounts, your employment, and all that. You don't learn. You never learn. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And we are not a mature enough nation now to have a freedom of speech without everybody else trying to ruin each other's lives. So now it's time to ruin each other's lives. And then, like in 5 years, say, okay, we'll stop if you stop. Right? We'll stop it. We'll pass some laws. Companies can't fire people for their political opinions, which I actually believe in. I think you should have you have the freedom of speech, you got the freedom of speech. But it's rich, the Democrats coming out and leftists in general, like, oh my God, you're against the freedom of speech. Dude, 2 years ago, you try and get everyone else fired. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not protecting the free speech of my enemies. I think they see it because they know it could have been them. Pepe Legit, 20 generous dollars. I'm usually a fan of yours, but this is so dishonest. What do you mean it's dishonest? Shoe started in 2014 and one of the OG anti-SJW, anti-feminist channels. You know what, Pepe? You're 100% right. I don't watch her. Well, listening to her video, she said she was a Bernie bro and that she was for UBI. Well, I mean, now she could be anti-SJW, right? The social policies, right? My problem is you voted in the money that allowed these people to form in the first. SJWs wouldn't form if you had to go do a 2-year stint in the military and there was no welfare. People wouldn't have time for that shit. Anti-feminist she could have been. You're right. That's how she got famous. She always knew the left was bad, but this cemented that belief. Well, then why did she go with the left? But in fact, you're right, Pepe. I didn't listen to her. Probably because of takes like hers, which are very zero standard deviations to the left or the right there in the middle. Green, $5. That's right, Cappy. We got vision and the rest of the world. Where's bifocals? Good quote, man. Good quote. Beard is death. $2. I would definitely hit it. She's an exceptionally attractive woman. She's gorgeous. I'm not critiquing that. I'm just saying. I am not going to listen. Like, I see that. I'm like, no, I'm not tuning in. No, I don't need your average. Oh my God. Did you know this? She's very cute. She's a stunningly attractive woman. There's no doubt about it. I don't want to hear her talk. The real Uncle Hector, $2. Pam Blondie says she's coming after hate speech. I disagree philosophically on that, but it's come time to do that now. Sorry. The Democrat citizens have shown that they are not going to respect other citizens of America's right to free speech. They're going to harass and harangue. Okay, time to give as good as you gave. Shark Toss, 10 generous dollars. So what you're saying, Cappy, is you've got the switch. I got the switch right here. Phase out the welfare state. I would also look into anti-nepotism laws. Like, no, rich kids don't get preferential treatment. Like hardcore meritocracy laws. Because, what I'm complaining about is basically trust fund babies of the government, where it's free food, clothing, and shelter. But there's just as many trust fund babies from the private sector, and they tend to become Democrat politicians. Look it up. And they're assholes too. That's why I love sharks. From babies, they literally have to fight their way to the top of the food chain by themselves. Yep. William Curtin, $5. I see a leftist outgrowing her la la land beliefs. I enjoy her sarcasm. I mean, look, for those of you who tune in, say a kind thing about, like, what do you like about her channel? I don't want to slam on her so much. I just saw red. I'm just like, fuck off with this normie shit. He's not even, it's just that she represents all these normies. Like, oh my God. You mean my teacher who looked like the evil villainess in that one Harry Potter movie is evil? I thought all teachers are nice and kind and sweet. Ant clogs $2. You got this, girl. You tell him, Cappy. Figures that. No, you girls all got. Hey, ladies, you got this. You got this. You can work. You can pay the taxes. You can let all the immigrants in. You can vote to eliminate crime and prosecution and eliminate the cop. You got this. You got this. Ant clogs $2. Love it when your rage hits the morons, Cap. I'm just so sick of it. I wanted to have a good day today. I really did. And this just, because we're all on the same boat. Here's what it is. Even simpler analogy. We're all on the same boat. And one half the boat hates the other half of the boat and wants to enslave the other half of the boat. And you're the cause of all of our problems on this side of the boat. Meanwhile, the people that hate the other side of the boat start drilling holes in the boat. And the people up top and saying, hey, stop drilling holes in the boat. We're all going to sing, fuck you, fascist. Let's bring on more people onto the boat with drills and drill holes in the boat. Why are we sinking? Oh, it's the fascists. Stop drilling holes in the boat. Economics is not complicated. If we all don't work for a living, nothing will get done. We'll be Zimbabwe. A lot of inflation, no food. That's what pisses me. I have to argue with people to stop drilling holes in the boat. Hey, maybe you should get a job and start bailing water and plug holes in the boat. I don't have privilege. I'm disabled. I'm this. Fuck off. $5. I think the wake-up call to people across the spectrum is learning how demonic their friends are. Everything is ha-ha, ironic, dark humor until shit hits the fan. Chi-Town, hey, man, what's up? Getting some nice fall riding weather out there? $20. Just passing by. Cheers, bro. Thanks, Chi-Town. Hey, you got to do the loop in northern Idaho. Lewiston, down to Staples, up to Salmon, and up to Anaconda. Big old loop. You got to do it. Crom, $5. It's not even a right versus left issue anymore. No, you're right. It isn't. The origins of these, I don't know what to call them, egomaniacal, mindless Frankenstein egotists. They're robots. They're go watch Pierre LeFou. It's an episode of Cowboy Bebop. There's nothing more vicious than a child. Nothing more vicious. It's sociopathic gaslighting socialists versus people aligned with reality. I don't even know if it would be sociopathic. I was a socialist. Oh, there's the socialist. I think it's the egomaniacal. I don't even think it's I want free money. It's like, oh my God, I've been told I've been so oppressed by all these various groups of people. Choose your poison. And I have to fight them. They're evil because they're oppressing me. It's like, dude, I mean, how do you undo 17 years of brainwashing from kindergarten to a college degree? It's 17 years of deprogramming. And what, we're going to set up a re-education camps? We almost have to now. Chad Layton, $5. Happy Friday. Here's a cup of coffee. Have a great weekend. Thank you. $5. The world does not hand you free oyster. Well, it does, right? For trust fund babies, I guess pretty girls too. And welfare. Now, maybe the oysters aren't as great as welfare, but you get free food, clothing, and shelter. And then you got to tell them, like, hey, get a job. I will critique the private sector corporations, which would be considered more the Republican side of things, though corporations are turning out to be pretty leftist as well. Look, you guys got to start paying living wages. You're not going to have an economy. You want to have people. The whole idea of corporation that, well, we'll outsource all of our expenses overseas, and then the American people, which is the largest consumer market in the world, will buy all of our shit. Now if they don't have jobs. If you wanna hire Filipinos, set up your company in the Philippines. Get the fuck out of here. Artful clone. $10. I came to the US legally from former Soviet country 20 years ago, earning my US citizenship by serving 8 years in the US Army. I actually love this country. So frustrating to see where the US is going. Yep. Yep. Spambot fodder, 5 Canadian. I never trusted Shoeonhead too filtered. I just don't listen to pretty girls. Sorry. Again, it is an actual bigotry of sorts. Too filtered. I don't okay. She seems honest. I don't think she's just saying the thing to say current popular thing. She wouldn't have got choked up, as cringy as that was. I think she's honest. She lives on easy mode, no thanks. Real the White, $2. Somebody, not me, do something. The left's prayer. Hambone, $10. Weekend cigar fund. Thank you very much, Hambone. Vic, our European Italian agent in the field, €10. I'm downright scared the normies here in Europe will drive the place at war with Russia. Boy, that's a whole other ball of wax. Watch the news. I'm too pronging in IT and a trade, loving minimalism, and don't want to die because of World War III. Why do we fight the Cold War? Like, shouldn't everyone be friends? And I'm not a Russophile, but Russia's gone, right? Or the Soviet Union's gone. Why don't you dismantle NATO? I mean, maybe have some alliances and allegiances or keep a pared down version, but shouldn't have Russia been welcomed in and we're all friends and buddies now? Reen, $5. She also recently had kids, so I bet that. Oh yeah, no, good point, Reen. She's got skin in the game. I love it when the now she's not a typical leftist, she's a good Democrat, but these radical leftist types, and they have kids like, oh shit. Although let's be honest, most leftists when they have kids, all sorts of the kids to daycare, so mommy and daddy can afford, 2 jobs and buy an SUV. Oh my god, my kid has autism. What are the chances? Well, I tucked it in bed 3 out of the 7 nights this week. I've had so many people, I bet I've had so many people go, "Can you believe it?" Shaking my head. Yeah, well, I'm glad people are going to church. I don't know what that's gonna do for you. Does it feel good, or are you gonna start voting Republican, or at least stop voting Democrat? Are you gonna take a sensible, mature approach to this? Or Republicans still, "Oh, they're the squares, they're the nerds. Oh my god. OMG, you're not voting popular thing. Democrats so popular." Inquisitor Tibby, $10. It should be like Singapore, where as long as you aren't talking about class warfare, warfare, you have free speech. Yeah, if Singapore was on the mainland and on an island and it was by mountains, I would really be looking like, yeah, I'm selling everything and going there, man. Yeah, I don't have to chew gum. Yeah, I don't have to pee by a plant. I can hold it. To the chickens, $5. The worst part of this is this only stops when people like you and me have to get off our ass because we can no longer be left alone. Yeah, but here's the thing. What obligation do you, me, and anyone else have to go and educate the populace? I've already done enough education. I've been right about everything since I've been a goddamn adult in this field. I'm not fighting a war for Americans, not in their current state. I'm not fighting for the people of Walmart. I'm not fighting for the fucking consumerists, materialist, money grabbing whores who don't raise their goddamn children. I'm not fighting a war for fat, pasty dudes who sit and watch the sports ball. I'm not fighting for the young generation that hates my guts. I'm not fighting for the old boomers who need their boats and their RVs and don't spend time with their grandchildren. This is a horrible fucking culture. Horrible. Why would I? What? No, no. I get one life, man. I get one life. Shit gets bad enough here. I'm going somewhere else where it's quiet and peaceful. And you know what? They leave me the fuck alone. That's it. They don't try and tax me at 40%. They don't say, "Oh, you can't do that. Let me go." They just leave me alone. Is that so hard? Leave me alone. Beauregard, $2. Minimalism and medication are the hardest quests. Or meditation. I thought you said medication. I'm like, medication is no, you just drink it. Yes. I don't know. Minimalism was it was forced on me. I didn't have here's your $15,000 a year that you made working security. You better pay for food, clothing, and shelter because no one's coming to help you. Yeah, right. I did back when I was 19, I couldn't show off my tits and OnlyFans. I couldn't hey, I'd love to go out with you. There's this new restaurant I like. Get a fucking great meal 3 times a week if I flirted with the right guy. I didn't have that opportunity. I'm 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 what they call an adult. Oh, you should try that sometime. Real the White, $5. How would you know what the hard left does after having kids when they don't abort most of them? You're right, I don't. I'd have to find out. And you know what? I guarantee you it probably vary greatly. Once they have that kid and they hold it in their hand, and people tell me there's like a biological switch that changes, and all of a sudden the most radical leftist feminist becomes the stay-at-home housewife. Um, I know I've seen basically mostly what I've witnessed of American parents, left or right, doesn't matter, is they can't wait to wholesale outsource their kids to daycare because they do not want to raise their child. But that's a universal criticism that applies across all. I see no political correlation with that. I don't know what the hard left does if they have kids, but I know the majority of American parents, regardless of the politics, don't raise them. All right, there you go. Link below. Enjoy the decline, accept and live with the death of the United States. You could search that Crusaderism video. Just look up Crusaderism, Aaron Clary on YouTube. You'll find it. Curse of the High IQ. It's linked there below. That's all I got. I'm done for today. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.